Hi YouTubers, this is Machine of Rancho Balago Loan Signing and Notary, and I wanted to talk to you now on the video again, where hopefully you can hear me and I sound a little bit louder than I did that one video before when I was talking about the things that you need to do to prepare for a job interview or if you're going to a job fair, the way you should present yourself so that you're not turned away. I did a signing and I was at a place, a hotel, where they were also having a job fair. And there were literally people being turned away at the door based on the way they were dressed. And that was kind of disappointing. You know, in today's market, people need to work. And to be turned away at the door when you get up and you go, that had to be disappointing. But what I noticed, a lot of people were not being taken seriously by the employers because of the way they looked. So let's start from head to toe. I wrote down some things so I wouldn't forget. Basically, let's start at the head. There were people who came in there wearing their scarves and their head wraps. I'm not talking about fashionable scarves. I wear fashionable scarves, but I'm talking about their nighttime sleeping, keep the hair down type of scarves on their heads. And, you know, that has to be taken off at home, left at home, or left in the car. Um, Also, there was a few ladies who showed up and they were wearing rollers in their hair. And again, you need to have the rotors taken out before you come. And I'm just speaking for what I saw and how the impression that you get. Um, I would also say that men with your ties, make sure that your flaps are down on your shirt and that your tie is straight and in the middle of your shirt. It makes such a difference in looking like you are put together, well put together, and not you know, crumbled up and just disheveled. The other thing that I noticed were there were women, there was a woman there who looked great except for her feet. She had open toe shoes, but the shoes were too small. So her toes were climbing over the front of the shoe. And you really want to wear shoes that maybe are closed in for, like I said, the job interview and for the job fairs. Or you want to wear shoes that are appropriate for your size foot. The other thing is, I saw a woman with 6-inch heels, literally, and it looked like she was ready to go to the club. Her hair, just mainly, her skirt was about 2 inches, and her heels were about 6. So I would say, you know, it's appropriate for those type of situations until you get in and get the job. If you get in and get the job, and they say, hey, express yourself the way that you like to express yourself, um, until you get in there, it's best to keep your skirts down to somewhat of a knee length and keep things pretty basic for the interviews and the job fairs. Now, a few people that were turned away, what were they turned away that I saw was because they had on jeans. Um, that's unfortunate. Nice jeans, dark jeans, you know. But they were turned away literally at the door. Weren't even able to get in based on that. And one lady had come quite a distance, I think San Bernardino. This was in Ontario, and she was turned away. So I would say if you can get yourself a pair of dark pants or a dark skirt, dark hosiery, which are your pantyhose to wear if you're gonna wear any. Just keep it real simple and plain. The other thing I noticed was there were people there who did have the resumes because my understanding resumes were required 10 to 12 to be brought by the job fair people. Now, if they tell you to bring them. But there were a few who had them and they had them balled up or rolled up in their hand and then stuck in their pockets, the men. I would say have a backpack or a messenger bag or a folder at least. The other thing was bringing your family and friends. It's good to have the support of them. There's nothing like family and friends to support you as you step out and venture into the new world of employment. But they need to be left at the car or left at home. When they go in with you, it's confusing to a potential employee about who's here to work and who's here. what's going on. And a lot of times you just don't need all that extra um, interference and family and all that. I'm speaking very honestly and I'm very being point blank. You're not seen sometimes as being serious when you're standing there with your mom, your dad, and your friends, or your friends are there and they're talking and all this and that. You don't need that. Have them stand back and you go up and represent yourself. Stand up tall. Hello, I'm here today for the job fair, or I'm here for the blank and position, blah blah blah. And even if your resume doesn't reflect anything, maybe you're straight out of high school, and maybe you just never worked before, or maybe it's been a long time. That's okay. Just put your education on that resume, provide them with what they're asking for, stand up tall, and be as confident as you can. Yes, you're going to be nervous, and look them in the eye and say what you're here for. And that's all you can do is put your best foot. You may not have anything much on your resume, but what you have is you have, you're the kind of person that they can depend on. You're trustworthy. You're going to be there on time. You're ready to work. You're able to follow directions. You're able to think on your feet. Those kind of things. You can even put those things on there. I haven't worked before. This will be my first one. And you are the kind of employee that I want to work for my first time out. Something like that can be said. But you have to present yourself in a way, and sometimes it is really important, your outer appearance. Um, what was the other thing I saw? Oh, flaps on the men's shirts. If you're wearing a shirt and you're wearing it tucked in, make sure it's tucked in and it's smooth at the waist. Okay? And the other thing is, if you're wearing it tucked in, please make sure you have on a belt. There were guys there without the belt. It doesn't look like you are complete. You need a belt. Usually the belt should be the same color as your pants. So again, you want to keep things simple. Your dark colors, your dark pants, dark skirt, dark hosiery, dark shoe, or brown shoes, browns, blacks, navy blues, solid shirts. Nothing with the logos on it. Different designers. You know what I mean? Across the front, looking kind of just relaxed. Hip hop. You want to look like you're ready and you mean business. Um, so those are the things that I saw, and I've been working since I was 16, and I worked retail, I worked Kmart, I worked everything, I worked county, I was there 14 years. Now I have my own business, stay at home mom, but I've been there. But I'm telling you what I saw, and I'm telling you what I saw. Please give me your feedback, rate it, subscribe, and let me know what you think about what I'm saying. Again, these are just my opinions, and these are things that I observed, and I was devastated to see any young person being turned away. And there wasn't just young people there. There were people in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, because again, what's going on as far as employment and job market is affecting everyone. And so I thought that I would put this out here, and like I said, you can take it for what it's worth. Again, this is Lasheen of Rancho Belago Loan Signing and Notary. And if you need me for notary services, I am available. Thank you, and see you in a couple more days in the new year. All right, take care.